Hello everyone and welcome to Starsector. Today, I am going to be playing some Starsector. Why? I want to. For how long? I don't know. That's all. Look, I made after that first video, I played the game for pretty much days straight and had a great time. And then I installed a bunch of mods and played it for another couple of days straight. It was fun, okay? Now, I'm just gonna say this playthrough is going to be stupid. It's full of mods, absolutely full to brim mods. I modified a few of the drop rates of things and some other settings in the settings section, but I don't even remember what I modified, so what I did. And I installed a boatload of mods. So let's show you the mods. So this Starsector All the Mods playthrough contains pretty much most of the mods that exist on Starsector. Couple more didn't actually activate since I last played. So yeah, we've got slightly better tech mining, which well, makes tech mining less crap. A new level of confidence, which just raises my level cap, and because as I said, I sort of I like speed and stuff, so I just went for fast. I'm not a big grindy person. In fact, a lot of what I did do is purely to reduce the grind of the game, because I like reaching stupidly powerful empires, and I find that enjoyable, to say the least. Okay? So we've got a few different options here. Adjustable skill thresholds. Don't even know what that does. Adjusted sector. Yes. This just makes it really, 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 really big. Okay? Really big sector. Lots and lots of stuff is everywhere. It's really quite a whole different world sort of thing. Portrait pack. Apex 9 Connective. That's a faction, so this adds additional factions in the game. Arsenal expansion adds more guns, better colonies, makes colonies run better. Better deserving S-mods, makes S-mods more powerful when you integrate them into your ship. Another ship pack, another faction pack. That just adds a lot more flavor text to everything you do in fighting. Commission crew, I might actually try and commission myself to someone this time around. I usually don't, but it might make things a little bit easier to earn money and less save scummy. DIY planets, which allows for terraforming. Another faction mod. More flags, more factions, more... another one to make things slightly easier, though this one you need to earn... When you earn faction privilege, they will treat you better and they will charge you less tariff rate. Add things, more ships, lots of things here. So we'll get to see exactly what this involves. I'm not going to go for the whole list. But essentially, there's a bunch of things here. Balanced mods, unbalanced mods, a bunch of stuff here. So let's go straight in. So, let's go over here and pause the scrolling until we get to the big screen. Alright, here we are in Starsector, and I deleted all my other save games. It took a long time because you have to type delete every single time. That'll give us a nice fresh start in a fresh sector. Now, as I said before, the goal of this game, this run, isn't to make anything hard. Like, I have actually played Solaris on Grand Admiral. It's a pain. But sometimes you don't want that. And the thing I've noticed about this game is the difficulty modes mainly seem to relate to how much difficulty you have in, you know, finding stuff and keeping your head afloat and such. I don't care about that. What I want to do is my goal in this run is to get the hell out of Dodge, set out to make an empire that is stronger than any of the core empires. Now, the universe is going to look a lot different than last time we came in because I've done a lot of different mods here. So, first of all, we're going to create our new person. I wonder if we've got any new portraits we can use. Yes, we do. We do have some new portraits here. So, is there anyone we think might work for Al? I have relatively long hair in real life, and that's why I usually chose the one I usually choose. But let's see if there's anything else out here. A lot of females, a lot of females. Oh. Okay. I do like the Valhalla ones. But no, I think I'm just going to go with the one I personally like the best currently. Which was this guy here. Just a little bit evil, but he's got nice long flowy hair. You know, so what's the problem there? Now, the difference in the ages... like, I don't see much point in changing that. It sort of gives me a civilization vibe. Mixed is best because I actually like having different types of planets rather than just one. Like, cool stars, fewer planets, less minerals, fewer more habitable worlds. Meh. Young, like, I don't care. Just all over the place, okay? We might get lucky, we may not. Hell, I might die really quickly. I might never die. I might have to save scum every few seconds. I might have to never save scum at all. But one of the main differences between what I played originally and now is that we now also get the ability to do some changes. Now, there's not too much I want to change here, to be honest. I don't see any real reason of enabling random core worlds, because I kind of want to eventually do the story. I've done like most of the story, but not all of it, so I'll keep that on. The faction settings, that's fine. Faction respawn, don't want that, because if I destroy a faction, I want that faction gone. So that's fine. Other options, Prison Freeport just adds a bunch of a space base that adds a bunch of high-end ships and weapons for sale. Seems pretty good. Starfarer is the hard mode, but screw that. Easy mode, ships take less damage, sensor rays increase, salvage increase by. So it's not a big difference. I'm just going to enable this for now. Random start location, nah, it's okay. And otherwise I think we're fine. I think we're good. We can't really do much with the Derelict Empire, I don't think. Yeah, so I can't do much with that because I'm doing the campaign. But we're not going to go straight into campaign anyway. So let's just get started. So the start of this will just be mainly freelancing. Okay? Now, I can choose which faction I wish to start on, and honestly, I don't usually do this. But might as well see if there's anything to help me out here. So, the Hegemony, maybe, Interstellar Imperium, seems helpful. Ludic Path, no thank you. Persian League, they seem nice enough, from what I can tell. Tritachyon, they might be good, because Tritachyon actually does give you a massive amount of money for the AI cores you find. And I'm pretty sure one of the things I did before I started modding was increase the number of AI cores that drop a little bit. I think I like doubled the number or something. So that might help as well. Vic. You know what, Vic? Let's go with Vic. Doesn't look like we've got many choices with Vic, though. We've got the standard battle cruiser. We could do a combat group, but I kind of want to start with as little as possible. I just want to start with something nice and sizable like this battle cruiser, super ship. Now, you might be like, ooh, that sounds bad. Like, why do you want to start something really powerful? Well, it's actually more powerful to have a whole fleet. But it's interesting that each faction might even have different starts. They do. Okay, interesting. So maybe I actually want to look at those as well. I know, Tritachyon seems like the way to go. No, see, they've got Lance Cruiser, a couple of iron frigates. They've got Combat Large, which isn't actually that large at all. Vic, I like Vic. I think I like Vic. See what the Persian League offers. Not much. They don't even have a super ship has an offer. Because I would like one ship if possible. I think that would be a nice start. The Sky Nation, don't know what they're like. Combat Crew, eh. I think for now, let's just check a couple more. The Imperium, the Hegemony. Ooh, their super ship is listed Assault Cruiser. That sounds pretty cool. Or we go for an Explorer. Nah. That does sound alright. The Ashbourne Assault Cruiser. Now, when you play free, a free start. These are the ones I'm used to doing. That's why I was a little bit surprised when it wasn't. I don't like the Grand Fleet because it's just too much. It just feels like it's way too much. The Super Ship seems like a nice... Oh, though, this one's got different options than it usually does. I like starting this one. But also, if you do a trade vessel, You also sometimes get lucky and get an Atlas. But I think we can do better than that. We don't need an Atlas. I feel like starting with an Atlas is hard when we're dealing with pirates. Like starting with one ship is hard. So let's just start with something interesting. So it's either going to be a standard battlecruiser or a Stern Capital, the destroyer. Quantum Lunge propels ships forward. 2 medium energy, 2 medium ballistic, 3 large hybrids versus 2 large universals and 5 away. I think this one is probably the most beneficial if I'm just playing on my own. I don't know if it's very big, but it looks fairly impressive. So yeah, let's start with Vic. We'll start with this lovely little cruiser. I'll up the money a little bit. I won't change the level of starting officers. I'm just going to get started. And here we go. So, I usually like to go for the cargo capacity one straight up, which will be incredibly important given they have very little in the way of actual, Now, one benefit of joining a commission as opposed to starting yourself is you actually get a paycheck every month, which is something I usually don't bother with. I usually just go free start, and we'll see how that works out for me. Hell, I didn't even know if this is going to work. I've installed so many more mods since last time I started that it's possible that eventually some of them may not work together. When I say all the mods, I may not have all the mods, but I've got a lot. Come on. Okay, that took a little bit longer than usual as well. Alright, so this is the Vic homeworld, apparently Coctus. Hey, I took this over in one of the games I played. But it was owned by the Ludic Church, so obviously, no, maybe it didn't. Anyway, we've got a few things we get. Ooh, we actually get some free stuff from being part of the Vic. We get to know how to do their special mod spec, and we get to know how to make their weaponry, and looks like their ships as well. Now, we'll get a lot of that stuff as we explore further as well, so it's not too big of a deal that we got that now. In fact, spending money on anything besides maybe some extra supplies at this point, probably not really that valuable. I could max my fuel out, which I think I might do because I don't want to stay really close. But otherwise, let's just go out. So, it's quite a nice little system. It does have the Ludic Path in it, so I might need to take that down one day for the for my people, the Vic. But now we get to see our sector. Now, I've had 2 games so far where I've expanded out and had fun. Ooh, Lathia's has a, nice little independent base in the middle of nowhere. So, in my 2 games, the first game, I built my empire over here. It was pretty close to everyone though, and everyone sort of attacked me quite regularly. It wasn't fantastic. Up here was very good, because no one basically bothered me at all. However, there wasn't very much to explore. It wasn't really that useful to me. So I'm thinking at the moment, maybe exploring down here might be the way to go to make up my faction. However, I've still got some time left. I do not need to rush into faction building. If I can get some money up and running, then maybe I might be able to have a much better nest egg when it comes to finally setting up that. At the moment, however, I only have 1 ship, and 1 ship isn't very much. I could see if I could buy some from a planet, maybe a good idea, but I've only got 300,000, so I might be able to buy 1 good ship, if that. So that means that there are 2 things I need to do at the moment. 1, explore to find ships, preferably in sectors which are not that dangerous. I'm not going to be going into a warning buoy sector anytime soon. 2, I need to start destroying the enemies of the Vic, because the Vic are my patrons, and by doing so, I will get more money. At the moment, I get a certain amount, but I can get more if I do missions for the Vic. So let's see if the Vic want anything right now. They want. So currently I get 25k as a monthly stipend, and I get more for every frigate I destroy that are their enemies. Okay. Also looks like Vic has given out a bounty. However, the chances of me being able to take this out on my own are quite low at the moment. So I think at the moment I'm best just to sort of explore. Now I will be resigning my commission at a later date, but for now I think we've got pretty well. Also, what the hell is that? That looks really cool. That was not there before, was it? Aw. I have not seen anything like that before. That is really cool. I've seen mining stations before, but nothing so cool. The ore-inducing orbital contraption, piercing the magmatic planets with its sword of light. Your ship system's almost literally screaming with reports of several hundred target lasers start flowing in. You bring your ship to a halt. In less than a minute, incoming transmission for the enormous orbital station is finally heard. Attention, citizen! This is Volkov Industrial Conglomerate's property. This area is off limit to all unauthorized personnel. Turn around and leave. You may be terminated. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so we're going to leave, but that is actually really impressive. I was a little bit concerned that they, the Vic appear to be mining a world they already are, like, you know, like on. That feels a little bit dangerous to, like, do, but okay. Ooh, the being in the military means I actually get the ability to look at all their military stuff straight away too. Cool. Alright, let's go see what ships they have. Ooh, they have a pristine nanoforge. I wouldn't mind stealing some of that. I mean, I would never do that to my people. Oh, first of all, looks like I can refit and add a few more vents. Seriously, you don't have any vents on this thing. Vents are important, more important than capacitors. We've also got an integrated targeting. We've also got integrated systems here. Wow, that is quite a good ship. Military grade genetic modifications. This is actually a super ship, isn't it? Holy shit. Sorry, last time I picked a super ship, it was just a regular ship. This time, it actually looks really good. Yes. Wow. Okay, be interested to see that in combat. I should have kept it to default, but that's okay. Now, we can add stuff to it later, if we would like, when we get more. And we can also build in once we get some story points, which will save us some OP that we can use to give back to capacitors or maybe into better weapons or whatever we want, basically. This is my flagship, which means by default I'll be piloting it, but I don't really like piloting it myself, so I probably won't be doing that too often. Now, if we go back to fleet, we can actually think about buying something. Wow. Well, I feel like that's a no-brainer. I mean, realistically, both of these things are really useful. However, I'm probably buying them way too early, yes. Okay, so, now... That is so stupid. Why did I do that? Why did I possibly do that? Do I even have the crew for that? No, I really don't have the crew for that, so... Let's just build a little bit, get a few more crew, a few more supplies, because I'll need it now, and a little bit more fuel. Alright, so now I'm really poor, but I'm okay with that, because what I have is a really nice freighter ship and a really nice storage ship. So that means if I do find anything good, I'm able to find it, be able to use it, which is pretty nice. I will, however, need more military ships, and hopefully I'll find some. But for now, let's go and see what we have. So, by default, we could go to a system that has some of our enemies in them. I don't know who our enemies are, though. We are hostile to the Cabal, the South Mykonon, which is right next door to us, the Ludic Church, and the Ludic Path, the Ninth Battle Group. Oh, they're fun. Tritachyon, okay. But more importantly, we could go to an unexplored system, which would be quite useful. Now, we've got a few different abilities here as well, which will help us out over time. For example, with one of the mods I downloaded, I can actually refine certain resources into other things. Eventually, we'll learn the ability to do a trans-space jump, which gets us straight into space. That's fairly useful too. Yeah, another mod we get is turns off the transponder straight away, which is very important. Ooh, Lydic Church. Yeah, let's not join in with that fight anytime soon. So, I'm going to press this. Another thing I download is speed up time faster. However, it doesn't work perfectly, so yeah. Alright, here we go. Alright, there is one planet here, and hopefully nothing too bad. I can use a scanner to see if I can find anything, and no, I cannot. Alright, well this is probably going to be pretty anticlimactic. It does look like it could have some ruins around it though, which is really nice. Yes, it does. Widespread ruins. Ooh, this is good actually. So if we explore the ruins, we might find something very nice. We found a lieutenant, a commanding officer, which we can use to give to one of our ships eventually. That's quite useful. Though at the moment, it's just taking away wages, so I may not want to do that. Ooh, and then we find a bunch of cool stuff. Fantastic. We find the ED ship support package, which is quite useful. We find unstable shields, and a bunch of stuff we can sell. Yeah, overall, this was worth it. So, first thing I'm going to do is turn on my biorefinery, which will help refine that good into something else. Now I'm just going to go on to the next planet, because you never know what you're going to find. And that's what a lot of this game will be. It's probably not the best game to record, to be honest, but it's still quite fun. Why are you showing this again? Come on. I've got plenty of fuel. I don't really need the metal, but I'll keep it for now. I'll use these things here. So the mod spec allows me to get future modifications to my ship over time. They're quite useful. These things are quite cheap, 30 C per unit, and they're also quite heavy. So one of the mods I got allows me to refine it. So I can now refine it into biophotovoltaics, which aren't perfect, but they do sell for a lot more. It also means that slowly my cargo space will go back down, which is good. However, I also need to make sure I make enough that I can justify even being out in space for this thing. It does look like this could be a binary, sorry. Yes, it is. Okay, so there's nothing in the planet I was actually going for, but instead we've got a irradiated world, an acid world, another irradiated world, and another irradiated world. Okay, and is there anything around? There is not. Now, ideally, I want to find at least 1 or 2 good ships before I get into combat with anyone. That would be the goal. Now, these irradiated worlds can actually sometimes be alright. Acid worlds can also be alright. For Captain! There appears to be a... Okay, this is the start of the campaign. Basically, we find a data core, which we can take back to the Galactea Academy. So, that's fine. So, it's alright. Not a great planet. Was class 2, so it's still worth something, but not fantastic, though. It also looks like we're seeing there's something over here. A what? A domain era probe in the middle of... Okay, we could just die right now. These are specifically quite weak. But, like, will my ship be able to do it properly? I don't know, to be honest. Okay. We'll send out our main ship, which, granted, has 60 points, so that's just a good sign. I'm also going to put on autopilot and just watch it. So, I don't know. Let's see how powerful this ship actually is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is a super ship. Much more of a super ship than the last super ship I got. Okay, yeah, that's quite an impressive ship right there. Maybe I shouldn't have started with this super ship. I mean, oh well, it does show me. I've never actually tried this ship before, so it's actually good to be forced out of my comfort zone. Normally I get a bunch of legions. Alright. Fight is over. Sounds pretty good. So there was no real damage. We get to pick through the wreckage, and there's very rarely anything in these Dominion probes, to be honest. Like, a little bit of loot, nothing crazy. Alright, it's just saying that my ships are being repaired, so it will take a little bit longer. My supplies will go up, a little bit down, a little bit faster, which is fine. Yeah, fairly good, all things considered, nothing crazy. I might actually go to the far off jump point because I don't really want to get close to this blue giant when I don't really have a massive amount of supplies for doing anything useful. What we'll also do is just check my inventory, see if I got anything good there. Not really. A couple of supplies I can make using these metals, but otherwise we should be right. Hey! I got my income! 32k. Thank you, Vic. Which also means I must have already made an increase. Oh no, I got the stipend from Galactea, and I got the Vic thing, and it's taking away my crew and office payout. Alright, well that's fine. So that stipend does not last forever, unfortunately. The Vic commission will, but I can improve it once I'm finally more military ready. Though I gotta say, that ship is pretty powerful so far. Now, what we can do to help us know where we haven't been is turn on the exploration tab. This is useful. So is turn on the fuel, so we know when we got to actually go turn back around. So we got a few different places we go: white dwarf, or a red giant, or an orange star. Now, when we get into this game proper, I probably won't be explaining every single choice I'm making. But for now, I will. And honestly, that was kind of wait, hostile. Oh, I kind of want to know what that is. Could be pirates. It's brick breakers. Okay, I think I can actually take those guys. The brick breakers seem really powerful, but they're really not. And they often have really good loot on them. So they're added by a mod. Oh, like, wow, I don't even need to do it myself. They're just gonna... Yep, there we go. And they didn't have good loot. That's a shame. Hey, how about the other one? Well, that makes things easier, I'll admit. I didn't get anything good from it, though, so... This probably was not worth it. Generally, there'll be a warning beacon on places which are particularly dangerous. And at the moment, we'll be avoiding warning beacons a little bit. Oh wow, there's actually 2 unidentified planets in this planet. That's kind of rare. I also see a sensor blip, which is good. Alright, we perform a survey. We find out nothing good. So a lot of this game really comes down to almost like a fuel barrage. Though not one as strong as what I currently have, I don't think. Oh, then again, I haven't seen that one before. Let's have a look at it. Wow, that actually looks interesting, doesn't it? A rover point fuel defense barge. I don't think it will hold as much as I currently hold. No, 750 is not bad, but I don't think I really need that. So I'm going to suck it up for now. And then I'm going to go to the South Planet. Very nice. Now, I will end up being a little bit quiet. This will probably be a pretty chill thing for most of the time. I could cut down some boring stuff later, but for now I think I'll just play it through. Alright, Scattered Ruins, my favorite. I should have looked at those ships a bit more, but I'm not going to be building ships for a while, and I'm going to get a lot, and I mean a lot more blueprints before I actually start building, trust me. Once again though, like, nothing's going too badly here. I'm also not getting very much in the way of loot. Some things we want to get is some terraforming items, and we also want items for our colony, which eventually we can store somewhere safe for later so they don't get stolen. Oh good, I was going to say this didn't look like it had anything for a second there. Alright, let's speed up. Sustain burn. Okay, we got it. Also got a level up. Yes. I definitely want more resources. Like, for example, if 25% was increased, that 1,000 would have became 1,250, which would have been really nice, to be honest. So I see. Okay. At this point in the game, there's really not much point in searching for gas giants that aren't really, like, already something special. So I'm actually going to skip surveying this gas giant. I don't have the money to be wasting on that. That's a smaller version of the the tanker I bought, so I don't really need that either. Okay. Now, when we actually get a little bit more, and by a little bit I mean 1 or 2 more, ooh, good ships. What was that? There was a ship there. Oh well. Once we get 1 or 2 more good ships, we can actually start. Ooh, what is this? A vast station bought A large orbital station built around the core. I want to read that first. Core of an old expansion era spacecraft buried under a forest of modular hangars, industrial pods, habitation rings. This station was once a staging area for asteroid tenders and mobile refineries trawling the outer system. It is now completely dead. I have never seen this type of station before. It could have been added by a mod. Nope, never mind. It could also be completely useless to me. Ah, this is Penelope's star. This is a star which actually gets talked about a bit, so I'm guessing eventually this star will get colonized, which means there could be an interesting planet here to survey before it does. And again, there is a bit of ooh, that's a telltale sign of ruins, which is always good. Yes, indeed, we got some ruins, and we got some money for a Space's wallet. I'm sure that won't come back to bite us. And our very first AI core, which is fantastic. Okay. This is good. That means more money for us. And we with that, I don't think it's worth doing this gas giant because it doesn't really have any junk in orbit, so it's probably nothing good. Let's go into Desert World, the Cryovolcanic, Volcanic, and then through. There's a lot of different options here, isn't there? Now, when we steal from a Space's wallet, there is a small chance that they will actually come and try and find us and try and get us to pay it back. So that's another thing. Ah, here we go. So, poor farmland, sparse rare ore, extensive ruins though, and it is a class 5 survey data, which means we'll earn a lot more money. Also, the ruins, of course, mean we get more chances of something fun. Like an alpha AI core. That's a little early, but thank you. Okay. Over the capacity, let's just throw our metals out, and our ship parts, and well, the rest should get done when we do the organics. However, we can probably get a little bit more space by doing this ballistic rangefinder. Nope, can't do it here. We'll have to do it when you go out the other thing. All right, so my fleet is only running very low in supplies though, so I might actually want to drop a tiny amount of these organics and just I'm actually running quite low on supplies right now. However, dropping those does mean that I have pretty much saved myself from dying anytime soon. 71 supplies will last me a while. I should still have time to explore this whole place. What I need to wait is a couple of days, and then in a couple of days I will have gotten 200 off this pile of organics and we'll be able to pick them back up again. Okay, that should be enough time, I hope. So we take it. Yep, we got plenty. So there we go. Now it should be said it'll still take a lot of time before anything interesting happens in that regards. So I'm going to take my time in finding more stuff. See if there's anything else, like for example here, if there's anything around. No, there is literally nothing. Sometimes asteroid belts have something. Later on, one of the mods allows you to build planets in asteroid fields and asteroid belts. It's a little bit unfair, but at that point, it doesn't matter to you. You can do anything to anything if you want. So there's that. All right, here we go. Cryovolcanic. And nothing here, but it is another class 4 survey world, which, as we'll see later, actually does sell for a fair chunk of change, which is fairly good for me. We've also got another planet that is orbiting, unfortunately, around the star, like planets do. So it's a little bit in a worse position than I thought it would be. But we're still able to survey it. Oh, actually, we're not. Oh shit, we're out of supplies. Oh shit, when did that happen? Oh god, okay, we've got to come back here later. So, there are Titanium we're at war with, Luddic Path we're at war with, so that's a no. Apex, were we at war with Apex? I don't know, let's check to see if we're at war with Apex. No, we're neutral with Apex, so going to Apex's place is probably the best. We being low on supplies is really bad though, because that means our ships are slowly going to start to damage themselves, and I went from 70 to nothing in a matter of seconds, so I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go back here. We should be fine. Here we go. Transponder on, because people like that. Okay. Now, we are here. The closest station is this one over here. We should make it there before very much damage is done, and here we are, which means we can just buy all these supplies up. So thank you. And of course we can sell some of our own stuff. So we have got a fair amount of stuff we can sell. Now at the moment I want to keep any alpha cores I find because they are valuable for me personally. So I'm going to sell them, some of the goods I found. I'm going to sell them class 2, there's class 4, and there's class 1. And we've got class 5 there. So class 1s are just 1,000 each. They're not really very much. They're kind of useless. Class 2s are worth 3,000. Class 4s are worth 10,000, and class 5s are worth 30,000. So as you can see, there is some benefit to that. Now at the moment, it's probably also fine to sell these weapons because I don't really need it. And I can check to see if I know these blueprints or not before sending those over. So I only knew a couple, so we're fine with that. Okay, so we've sold a bunch of stuff and we can receive a bunch more. So now I can get more supplies. So we're going to get from the black market currently. Okay, still not sure if that's a good idea or a bad idea. I don't really know what happens when you use it from the black market, but that's okay. We've got plenty of fuel, we've got plenty of everything else. So I think we're pretty well right to go. However, before we go, I'll show you what we can do with these AI cores. Now, I've got one which I want to keep, as I said. However, we can turn in an AI core. And what that does is, that gives us money, and that gives us relationship. So, by turning in this AI core, I get $60,000 and 4 points. And we'll find a lot of these things. So that's fine with me. So we've already up to $250,000, so that's fine. We'll go back to LB Star because there was still more to do there. And quite frankly, even if it was a waste of time, it still did right with me. I've made a profit. We're all good. Also, notice a little while away, there is some warning beacons for brick breakers. They're green, so that's why, well, you would know that's what it is, but basically that's what it is. So we might actually try and go there, because if we get brick breakers, there's a chance that there'll be some ships that we can get. There's also a chance we'll die, so I should probably save before we go there, and yeah, should be fine. So far, there was really no point in coming back here, but there's no way I could have known that without, you know, first coming here. I mean, there is ways, but okay, that was a class 2 at least. Alright, so we're fine. So, I'm still making that. That's fine. Gotta save my game. And then we're just gonna keep on exploring, because why wouldn't we? Now, there are multiple different types of regions you can go into currently, and I really hope they add more. I'd love to see some aliens added, but I don't think that matches the lore currently. So, yeah. Looks like the start of the warning message was this Beta X in this one. The other two are colonized, so they probably won't be what we're looking for. But what I'm noticing, what I know is that there's 3 different areas. There's the Remnant, which are the big remain AI ships that were made by Tritachyon and basically helped destroy us all. Essentially, they're all over the place. They're quite dangerous, but they also drop the AI cores. So you know, positives, negatives. Oh, this world looks interesting. It's actually got a water world. Obviously, we're not going to be colonizing anytime soon, but that's still pretty good. Alright, so just surveying, class 2, because it also means we will probably get a class 5 out of that, almost certainly. Now, besides that, you can also get domain era stuff. This is when you get so far out that essentially you're just finding like the survey probes sent out by the last empire before they fell. They're pretty low on loot, but it's also incredibly safe for some reason. Like, I don't know why it's so safe on the fringes, but it really, really is. So I like the fringe planets quite a lot. Alright, cool. Class 3, nothing bad. And the final what was added by a mod, and it was added, ironically, I'm pretty sure by the Vic mod, the one I'm currently playing the people of. And basically what it does is it adds these other ships that are called brick breakers. And these brick breakers are quite aggressive, but they're also pretty easy so long as you don't meet too many of them at once. That being said, I've only got 1 ship currently. And here you go, here's brick breakers. So, I will try my luck at beating them, however I'm going to save my game first. These arsenal stations are made by the brick breakers, and they contain often, I know this will shock you, arsenal training bases, sorry, and they will often contain a lot of guns. There is also there is also arsenal stations as well, which contain even more guns. So let's just engage and see how we go. So now I need to turn on the autopilot, and I obviously need to, send out my ship. I am not sending out my 2 unarmored tankers. That would be a bad idea. Okay, so autopilot is on. And so is the view. So let's have a look. Let's watch this. So first of all, a flurry of missiles goes out. And hopefully starts to destroy the brick breakers. You'll notice the more they fire on me, the more my flux goes up. Now, flux is basically the sum of all energy that's going through your ship. It is your shield, it is your ammo, it is everything. So if people fire on you and increase your flux, that means you are, well, more likely to be damaged. If you fire too much, you'll increase your flux and you can't fire. The flux will be discharged by the vents, and the amount of flux you can carry is based on, well, yeah. I'm starting to wonder if this fight was really such a good idea. It does feel like I'm having a hard time, because you are meant to have more than one ship to do a lot of this combat stuff. You can see why I didn't want to control it myself. The fact that the AI is going out of their way to like fire into multiple directions at once is something that I couldn't easily do as a human player. In fact, most of my guns would still be automatic. I just get control of which way I turn and my main guns. So, yeah. It does look like we might win this, but we definitely did not come out of it unscathed. But you know what? As long as we survive, I'll take that, because we can repair ourselves, and we should get enough profit from this that we can, well, be fine. Yeah. And that wasn't enough to kill it. That's a surprise. Is he trying to run away? Yeah, no, that doesn't work with this ship. This is quite the super ship, I've got to say. At least they understood the meaning of the word super ship. My hull is quite low, though. I haven't really looked at my weapons either that much. So, alright, the battle is over, though I think there was still one fighter that made it away. Fair enough. Alright, pick through the wreckage, and we get another mod spec, get some weapons, and we get another AI core. Each of those AI cores, they're gold. They're literally just gold. And so are these, the Sigma matter that the Vix drop, that the brick breakers drop. At the moment, they sound very scary, but they're actually really good. And I don't know if that's going to change. It's very possible it is. But now we're going to pick everything up. Looks like we found some brick breaker fighters. We found a couple of blueprint packages, which is quite useful. And yeah, we should be good. So already this station has been a success, basically, is what I'm getting at. Already this station has been a success. Even left our ship, but there's something like that. Now, I am noticing there is something over there which could be a ship, like a derelict. And there might be something there. There's also a couple of brick breakers. I don't want to really get close to that, so I think given that ship isn't very good, I might just stay a little bit further away. I might even save just in case, because at the moment my ship is trying to repair itself, and it's repairing itself with 15 supplies per day and will take a month to finish. So I don't even think we've got enough to actually do this. This could be a station or it could be a ship. It is a ship. Is it any good? Not really. It's not bad, but it's not really worth a story point, so let's go. Everything's fine, and a Dramcast tanker, and of course the beautiful water world, which is apparently covered in ruins, which is exactly what I want. So let's go straight to this world, perform the survey, and vast ruins, always good, and a class 5. So this will no doubt be colonized by someone. Not me, but someone. Explore the ruins. Not going to risk it at the moment. Just going to go straight and do this. So we found our first terraforming activity item. This allows us to remove tectonic problems, which is good. We also found a VPC. What these do is allow us to generate goods when we get our colonies up and running. So they're good, just not now. We also found a forge template. Now, I've never actually worked out how to use a forge template, but I always keep them anyway and try and keep one on hand just in case I eventually run in. I think they're for the special type of planet you can get, but I've never colonized one of those because they're always too close to the center of the universe, and I don't like that. We found another mod spec, and we found some more fighters, and of course, some more cores. So, this is fantastic. Also, answer the hail. Hello, is this thing on? Oh, hello, stranger. It's been a long time since anyone swung by the sector. Is the sector still alive? Hey, where'd you get that chip? Did Half-Life 3 finally come out? Maybe dropping off a data cube to read on his leisure would get him stop asking questions. Right, so there's only something you can help you with. There's a nearby pack of knaves and scum that we've been dealing with. We create a whole bomb nest about ourselves to entrench. If you're a spaceship, you can drop a few bombs in there, get some supplies. We always need supplies. So it's only 25 fuel to do so, and yeah, might as well. So we get 25 supplies, 25 fuel. Seems like a pretty good trade. Also, I did not notice that the one right next to it is a continental world. If this was really far out, that would be an amazing find. I would just colonize these two in a heartbeat. I don't want to be anywhere near the core worlds though, so... yeah, class 4, surprisingly not a class 5. Usually they are. Wow, it doesn't even have ruins on it or anything. Huh. Okay, I think we're probably best to go back to another safe port. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like us. They also don't like us. I think they are neutral to us, and I do need to go back to Galactica, so it might be quite good, because we do need to finish that quest at some point. Now, what I'm aiming towards here is this one over here, hull restoration. It basically means that my ships cannot be lost in combat, unless I lose everything, and they have a chance to remove one demod, which is basically a negative that might be found on our ships. So when we find ships just floating around, often they'll be very, very damaged. I always try and beeline to this particular hull restoration skill because it's very useful. That being said, apart from that, yeah, ship repair rate, quite useful. Increases the hull integrity and combat readiness of ships we find. That's actually really good too. In fact, it's probably what we're going to go for right now. So yeah, let's just get the third skill on engineering. Quite useful. Oh, whoa, before we go anywhere, I'm glad I decided to do that. There's apparently more to find. Okay, brick breakers, they're the bad guys, but there's something else out here. Oh, what's this? Another atlas? I mean, I've only got one fighting ship, but you know, what's the problem with a couple of atlases? I see no problems with this. I will never say no. That's fine. That's fine. We're going back to base. We're going to get some healing. Okay? And we're going to leave. We're not going to fight those brick breakers, even though it would be very lucrative if we weren't really damaged. We're going to go back to base, to Arcadia, and hopefully find a place where we can heal. Uh-oh. Okay. Collected Defense Armada. It's not the, no, I thought it was Ludic, okay? Yeah, technically you can get through this by going very slowly, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Alright, here we go. Fantastic. Arcadia. So we can repair our ships and buy more supplies. And of course sell some stuff. So we can sell the metals, sell the survey information, sell anything we've already got learnt, which isn't very much. We probably still sell the weapons at this point because we probably won't be getting anything really good. I might keep the larger weapons we find just because. There we go. Now you might be like, ooh, that's 200,000. Why wouldn't you want to sell that? Because I'll need a lot of these. And I mean a lot. So yeah. Yeah, we want to get as many of these as possible. So yes, nothing else I really want to sell at the moment. I can refine those. I guess I can sell this, I suppose. And yep, there we go. Fantastic, another 100,000, and I can sell and sell on the black market, which I'm sure no one will ever hate me for. So there we go. Oops, I missed a survey good to sell. There we go. All right. Now, the hegemony, they really, really, really hate AI. Like, we're talking, they really, really dislike AI. They still use them, but they hate them. Right, that's a common theme with a lot of these people. They hate them on paper, but you know. So let's just turn some AI costs them as well. A little bit more money and a little bit more faction gain. Fantastic. Though they already like me, so it's all fine. Okay. Then we just keep on exploring. And that is the loop of this game. We explore, we find loot, we explore some more. Now, I'll generally want to get a few million and a semi-decent fleet before I start making up a colony. Because when you make up a colony, you got to be prepared to protect it. So, yeah. Now, if you travel through slowly in these clouds, you're less likely to get anything attacking you or zapping you. So, Now, on one hand, this seems like a massive waste. On the other hand, that is a really cool looking gas giant. Screw it. I should have known it wouldn't have much, but it looks too cool not to. There might be some pirates in the system. Better watch out. Alright, so that was kind of a waste of supplies, but that's okay. We're still pretty early on, and at the moment, my supplies, my ships are quite cheap to run, so it doesn't really matter too much. I will generally make a profit on every one of my trips at the moment. When you've got a lot more crew, it's harder. And when you've got a colony, it is harder and then easier. So colonies really let you explode very quickly. Come on. Yeah, nothing here really. Quite anticlimactic, really. Not even a ship I could take. Oh well. See, my last game I played, I got like 5 question mark. I got like 5 question mark Legion ships, which are really, really powerful. I'm hoping we'll find a few. But no, we haven't found it yet. Sorry. Now, another thing we want to do is we've got to actually start protecting ourselves and our assets. Because if someone at this point tries to take us down, tries to steal our stuff, it'll happen very easily. The best way you can do that is by using an abandoned station. Now, with the mods I've got, you can actually make your own abandoned station if you've got enough money. However, in the base core system, there are a few which are just freely available that you can just find. And one of them is in this system. This abandoned terraforming platform over here. So by going to this abandoned terraforming platform, I can transfer ships of goods, and I can put all my stuff I want to keep in here. So anything I don't want to sell, but do want to keep, like this alpha core, the terraforming item, all this stuff I can just keep right here. This is good. Now we also need to go right next door to Galactea Academy. Now, these guys are really good. Well, sort of. They're kind of annoying, but... Anyway, they give you the main campaign of the game and Crimson Straps. But they also give you some good money. They give you some good rewards. They're quite good. So let's just go jump right in. We're going to jump the data core in. Hi, I've recovered a data core. The provost authorized a reward. Oh, one of those. Of course, your secretary should have said so. But then this would have been Provost Calichor, would it not? He's not the provost anymore, no. Not after what happened. Yeah, is there a reward though, or should I dump this data core into the gas giant we're orbiting? The edge in your voice seems to shake the academy. Oh, please don't do that. The data is very valuable, which I suppose there is a reward. The account wasn't frozen after all. Have your secretary, or whatever, send the data core to planetology department. If you'd be so kind. There we go. And then we get our award. Now we can also go and get a... We can also go and join the and get to know them and hopefully get some quests from them. So we're just going to go talk to we're going to just go through and we're going to talk to the someone from the academy. You're in the office. Provost Anita Byard turns to you to acknowledge your entrance or conduct a call via her desk tablet. Ancient wooden shelves for real paper books gleam darkly in subdued light emanating tastefully from nowhere. The shelves are only half stocked from crates around the office. A brassy orrery of the Galactea system adorns a plinth in the center of the seating cluster. Parchments mounted behind the professor's desk display intimidating intellectual rankings, their seals of authenticity softly glowing. I apologize for the mess, she says, having noted your examination. I've only just moved office. So I'd say, look, knowledge is good for its own sake. The question was rhetorical, Captain. She brings her hands apart. My point is that the Galactea Academy can make use of someone like you. Someone capable, discreet, and very well paid. I do not wish to make the same mistake as my predecessor. If one wants to work properly, one must provide adequate incentive. Oh yes, I'm in. So, we're going to go talk to an academician and get our first things. And we're not necessarily going to do these straight away, but we might as well get the quests. So, alright. In-prison researcher. We can do this. It says we're going to go and talk to someone in tenacity. Hopefully try and free a ransom credit. So, there we go. And we're not going to do that yet, though. So we're going to wait a little bit longer. Data retrieval from the ruins. Once again, that's pretty far away, but we can accept it for now. There's no reason not to. Purchasing technology from pirates. Once again as well. We can accept this and go across and do it later. And, of course, we can put the instrument package away eventually as well. There we go. So, yes. Basically, we now have all those jobs, and we can do them wherever we wish. There's no timelines on them, or I don't think there should be. Let's see, important. See, there's no limits there. Okay. So we should be all right. In fact, yes. I need to pause for a second here. I don't think I'm going to stop the video yet, but I need to just pause for a moment. Alright, sorry, there was some mowing outside, so I stopped it until it was done. Alright, so, yes, as I said, we've got some new quests that we've claimed now, which is good, and there's still more we can do yet, so, yes. Let's continue exploring now for now, though we won't be able to do any quests just yet. What we can do is start thinking about how we want to go further out, like say down here. We still don't have very much in the way of, well, anything can help us. So, I think our best bet might be to explore this closer cluster before moving out to the further out cluster. Ideally, I want a space somewhere around here, which is far away enough from the core that the core people can't bother me. Yes, there is more space to the north of the core than the south of the core, but I've already made a empire up there, and I want to try a different section. Honestly, up there is quite good for an empire. It's completely empty, just full of domain artifacts. But I want to see what down here is like. Who knows where I'll end up, so I don't. Alright. So, I could do a few more supplies before I leave, so I might head to the hegemony world nearby, first of all. Now, I have got plenty of space, and currently I've got plenty of money as well, which means I could probably even consider maybe seeing if there was any ships on order that might work for me. Oh yes, I've also got to, yeah, do some stuff there. Anyway, ooh, a Cromwell battle carrier. That is really long. And Eradicator. I mean, the Cromwell looks interesting, I will say that, but it kind of looks stupidly long. Anyway, there'll be plenty of time for stupidly long ships, it's fine. I just would like some more maneuverable ships when I've only got a small number of things I can do. Now, I'm also going to pick up some spare crew, because even though that will increase the wages I have to pay, it'll also make it so I can hopefully do more stuff about like losing fighters that kill me and such. I guess I'll also go to the mining station as well, see if they've got any more supplies, because I really didn't get very many. And then we'll head off and hopefully, just maybe, we can find some cool stuff. Okay. I'd rather not buy at the moment. I'd rather build. So I'm just gonna try not to buy if I can help it. I know I started this run by buying, but you know that was too good to. Two of the best ships I could have gotten when I was only on my own. You know, like you look at my little fleet right now. It's pretty bad, but it is good at storing resources, which is what I want most of all. I love the way this game goes. It like goes through. Wait, that is a medium warning beacon. That means I am not going in there at the moment. Let's keep going down to this one, see if it's I don't know if this will still be in the medium beacon or not. I guess we'll find out. Okay. There are still remnant around, though not many. I think we're right just to leave, though. So we're not going to go into the medium place yet, because that would be bad, unfortunately. What we can do is continue on our merry way and hopefully find something a little bit better. Though that was medium... Wait. That was medium brick breaker, though. So when I have a few more ships, I will be definitely wanting to go there, yes. Alright, looks like we got a few more remnant. They won't bother us at this level, so we should be right. Like, at the moment their fleets are so small in the system that, ooh. Well, I did say about the Cromwell. I mean, if it's free, I'll take it. Yeah, if it's free, I'll take it. It does, however, mean we'll have to go back, because apparently I do not have the crew to deal with this. So, now, was I friends with the Scry? I should definitely check that again before I go off. I'm used to being independent, which means generally everyone likes me enough, because there's nothing stopping me from... Yeah. Alright, let's go. Yes, I get it. There's not enough personnel to fly. That's fine. But there's also something else here, the sun, which we should probably go find out what it is. Another debris field. Okay. Well, last one was semi-good, so... Okay, nothing great. Okay. And nothing else. Okay. So after this, I wish I had the way to get quickly out using the... It's weird getting money all the time. I'm not used to getting money all the time. Usually, I'm used to losing everything. Like, there's a frigates. I could probably have taken those down for a little bit of a pay raise, but that's okay. At the moment, everything's still fine. I am about to get more crew, which will of course have a semi-downside on my paycheck, but still. Alright. Wow, they have a lot of stuff here. Now, we haven't found very much yet. Oh, I've never been to that place before. What is that? What the hell is that type of starbase? That is awesome. Okay. Guess that's what I get for playing with mods, huh? Yeah, that costs a lot, but I will not need to return to, like, anywhere for a long time if I buy that many supplies. Whoa, whoa, I haven't seen those before. Those look like even larger freighter ships. How big are they? Cargo capacity 1200. Sky and Navy started to construct outposts in deep hyperspace to face a logistical problem. The nimble ballast freighter was simply unable to haul the largest parts of stations. Provided a small fleet of transports modular to accommodate any cargo. They are, however, expensive. They're also only 1200 cargo capacity, which really doesn't seem as much as some of the other stuff I have. Ooh, they also have... Yeah, no, we're not buying stuff here currently, but... How much does this one have? My one. Yeah, 2,000. It seems so much better. Alright, now, another thing we have to do besides buying that is... Well, we've got to also assign one of our new... Oopsies, assign one of our new people. So let's just put you on. There you go. And we've got to refit it with some guns. Now, I'm not the best at this yet, so I'm just going to use what I've got available first of all, and then I'll move into what I can buy. So I've got a Storm Needler, it's 700 range, that seems reasonable. I've got a hammer, it's 800 range, about the same as what we had before. And then a bunch of stuff on the... Okay, Mark 9 autocannon's good, but that's kind of long. 800 is the sweet spot. I could get a Thumper. You know, then again, or I could replace all of these with Mark 9 autocannons. That might work even better, yes. Alright, medium ballistic. So the Mark 9 was the 900 range. There's nothing else around the 900 range. I could get some... I don't have anything which can fit in those spots. So let's just get some autocannons. I cannot get over how many ballistic turrets this thing has. Hey, Vulcan cannons are really good too. There we go, a couple more Vulcans. I'd like to buy any Vulcan I can, to be honest, they are quite useful. It looks like I'm out of Vulcan cannons at this point, so that's fine. Heavy machine guns, sure. What we put on the other side? Heavy mortar, a Thumper maybe? What is the range on these? 450. Not that high. I think a Thumper's more likely to help in general. Alright. And we can put some more missiles on the side. Annihilator rockets, yes. Okay. Alright, I guess that's fine. So, we can also add some fighters. We won't have many of these, but... bombers, heavy bombers. I think some heavy fighters might be more useful, because bombers are sort of... They have to come back to base after they've done it, so I think heavy fighters might be the way to go. And some interceptors. There we go. All good. Alright. Now we need to up our vents and up our capacitors. Eventually I will go through and actually modify this a little bit more, but as you can see, it's a little bit better than it was before. In fact, I might even be able to add something in there. Armored weapon mounts, no. What do I even have that I can add in? Let's go down capacitors a little bit. Bulkheads, are any of these even remotely good? Auxiliary thrusters might be good for a ship this big. Yeah, for now I'll just put some auxiliary thrusters on there. Fantastic. So this looks like a pretty nice ship now. Obviously we want to repair some of the stuff here. We're good. Oh, yes, weapon groups. Better do that too. Let's just automate those. Fantastic. Alright, and these ones will never go into combat, hopefully. Hopefully they'll never go into combat. So what we can do, we can add some auxiliary fuel tanks. We can add some expanded cargo holds. And we can add... do I have any efficiency stuff to reduce the amount of fuel being used? Does not look like it. Reduces maintenance slightly, but I think this is our best bet. So I'll just put everything in vents for now. If it does need to escape, that's a good way of getting out. Well, actually, it wouldn't be vents, it would be capacitors for this. Yeah, it doesn't even have any weapons on it. I don't even think I have any that can go on it. Let's just see if I can. Let's just put some of these leftover light machine guns on it. There we go. Oops, I think I bought one by mistake. I didn't mean to buy one. I just want to see what I own already. Thank you, I just bought a second one. Great, I now bought 4 guns that I'll never use. Fantastic. Alright, auxiliary fuel tanks. I don't know if these actually cost anything. I don't think they do. There we go. And some vents. Auxiliary fuel and expanded cargo. And some vents. Alright. So our little fleet is getting a little bit better. We now have a second fleet. In fact, I suppose we should probably give these names. The Vic Beast. No. This is the Owl. The Owl Branch. There we go. The Owl Branch. Because it's long, it's brown, it's great. And technically this would be, yeah, also a branch. I'm just going to call it the Owl Twig. There we go. Fantastic. I don't know how they're going to be good, but how good they're going to be, but there we go. So we've got 2 nicely refit ships. We have plenty of supplies. We have plenty of fuel. I think we're ready to go out and hopefully find some more stuff. However, first of all cryo-arc Skynes of Riding Sector Whip has been cut in half to bear out access to its onboard mini auto factory. Upon the open wound, a large shipyard rapidly grew. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. I think we're... Whoa. Okay, that's a surprise. I didn't think this system was so big. It's a dual system. Interesting. That's actually a really cool system. That must be a modded system, I imagine. I didn't expect those to be dual stars. So, we can explore a little bit more. I'm not going to go anywhere near the warning beacon still. I still need more ships before I feel good about that. But for now, we're going to go off into space and see what we can find. Thankfully, we won't need to come back for a while because we've actually got a lot of supplies and still a pretty small fleet. We've also got a lot of fuel, though I admit my fuel supplies are going down faster than I expect, but that's okay because we do not use fuel when we're inside a system. So as long as we keep enough fuel to get back, we're good. And we'll of course find more when we explore too, such as in this mining base. Ooh, I love finding these. So, first of all, it has some more Sigma matter. Wow, that's incredibly generous. Has a bunch of extra ships. It has an autonomous mantle bore. These increase our production of plutonics and organics. They are very powerful items, so I am very happy to get one of those. And of course you can, and I've got a corrupted nanoforge as well. I don't think any of the mods I did increase the drop rate of those either. I just got really lucky there. The only thing I increased the drop rate of is AI cores because, well, I wanted AI cores. And I was sick of going to so many places and never getting one. Ooh, that's nice too. There's a lot of cool stuff in this system. Like, this has been a great play. Oh, uh-oh. Nope, they're trying to get to my fleet. Okay, hi. Okay. Oh, okay, they're nice, they're fine. They just want my money back I gave them. I stole from them. Here you go, take it. That's okay, as long as you're not here to kill me, I don't really mind that much. So yep, begin salvage operations, fantastic, and also a combat freighter. Damn, I was hoping that would be a Legion, which you'll see what those are like. They are quite cool. You know, I was this close not to doing that. Can you imagine if they didn't do that? Ooh, what's this? A Colossus class heavy freighter. I don't really need one, but it's always nice to find them. Ooh, this one even contains volatiles, which is even better, and ores. So I can start doing a little bit more refining. In fact, this system has been really great. I am very much a fan of everything going on right now, yes. Don't think there's anything else in here. So let's just perform a desert world survey, and yeah, that was, yep, I guess it's everything. But that was really nice, actually. Okay, so we'll go to the next system and have a look at our spoils. So we got a new insulated engine assembly. Advanced optics, that's a good one. We got integrated armor. We've got surveying equipment, which is one I really love. We've got the core blueprint. I'm not sure who they are, but hey, I'm okay with that. I also got a battle cruiser blueprint. Now, obviously, I don't have the ability to build these right this second, but one day I will. And that's a good thing right there. So, Pristine Nanoforge is a fantastic... Oh, Pristine Corrupted Nanoforge. Not fantastic, but still very good find. And of course we've got a few more things to do, so yeah, still doing it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, everything's coming up Millhouse right now. This is great. Ooh, that one has a warning beacon on it. I'm not going in there, no. Not yet. I've only got 2 ships. And you might be like, wait, why wouldn't you go in? You've got that massive battle carrier now. Wouldn't that be enough? No, probably not. Probably not enough, no. That's okay, there's still more we can explore. Oh, this system looks promising. It doesn't have a warning beacon. I don't see anyway. Alright, and it looks big. Okay, so we've got 4 planets to the north, 3 planets to the south. Yeah, I mean, why not? Ice Giant won't be really great to do. And I should be able to show you something quite cool that we have in a few moments as well. Speaking of cool, I also notice I've got another level up, which might get me closer. I need 4 lower, okay, 4 lower tier schools. So next level, I should be able to get it. So I can get flux dissipation, quite useful. I can get maximum damage reduction by armor, up to 90%. I don't really have that much armor just yet, but still. Crew loss to damage in combat goes down. So I like that. That's a nice one. Also reduces fuel consumption by 50%. I like that. Or 25 units. You know, that's pretty damn good. Yes. In fact, I'm going to get that because my fuel problems were quite major already. Yes. Alright, well that solved a bit of my fuel issues then. So that's good. I was just talking about that. I think I'm going to go up to this barren world here. But I'm going to go via this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a hyperwarp jump, because I want to go over here and check out this this place first. It's like a yes. Is there anything here? No, there is not. Okay, so let's do another hyperwarp jump. Hyperwarp jumps are a mod that was added that makes it a lot easier to jump around space. However, you can overjump, and it's probably not a great thing to do in system unless it's a really big system like this one. But yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. Desertic world? Yeah. They can be good sometimes. Surprisingly, this unstable arid world can actually be very good sometimes. Not this time, however. They are often habitable, though. So you'll notice this one actually is habitable. Which is crazy, because you look at it and you're like, how? And I look at it, I'm like, how? But I'm not going to ask any questions, because I'm never going to look a gift habitable planet in the mouth. We can always make it better when we continue on. Ooh. Now, I did say I didn't need to fight, but that's 3 brick breakers are sitting there, so I see no reason not to do that. No. Alright, a little bit of extra supplies. There's another brick breaker group over there. Let's go there. Pursue them. There we go. Cool, pick through the wreckage. Still nothing good from them though. Like, I'm not really getting a great number of supplies from them at the moment. I guess they are only tiny fleets, and they usually go a lot bigger than that, but still. I've still got plenty of fuel. As you can see, I can get there and back 100 times. In fact, you'll also notice my fuel supply has dropped to 13. Negative 13 a day, which is much nicer when you consider I have a fleet of 5 at the moment. Alright. Let's turn on the speed. I probably shouldn't right now, but that was probably a bad idea actually, yeah. Yeah, it's probably a bad idea activating the speed. That's okay. We still got a planet right here we can look at, I think. Is this yep, unexplored. Let's go right inside. So it looks like it's a big system too. Alright, we've got a gas giant, and this one is probably worth exploring because it's got lots of wreckage around it. This is how you can tell when it might have ruins, and this one actually has really good ruins. It has floating continents, which is a negative 50% hazard rating. That means it's easier to colonize. Obviously, we're not doing that yet, but in general, that's a really good thing to find. Vast ruins, amazing to find. They are the best type of ruins you can find, well, except for a couple of special ones, but they're one of the best ruins you can find. They increase domain area artifact production, which is needed for some really cool mod structures. So yeah, this is a really, really nice place. It's got ruins, and I'm going to explore them. Okay, so we're getting some new ships. We have another VPC, this one for heavy machinery. Not the most useful one in the world, but you'll see what those are like when we start building up our supplies. Also, a bunch of consumer goods, which we might end up just throwing away because, well, we don't really need them, but we'll keep them for now just in case I have to take an early trip back home to something a little bit, yeah. I kind of wish consumer goods could also be converted into supplies. I think that would be a nice mod addition, but because it makes sense. Like, if they're consumer goods, they should be able to. There should be useful stuff in there for supplies. That is also a very nice planet. It's hard to get to because it's got a lot of negative debuffs, but that's another scattered ruins. But plentiful volatiles, abundant ore and rare earth, and scattered ruins. That's nice, actually. So I'm not going to get it because we're still not far enough. Oh, we got an end brain oscillator. Oh, those modify the gravity of planets, and they can do some really fun stuff. They're very rare in my notice. Oh, hello. It's a dog. Sure, we'll take you with us. So yeah, that was a fantastic planet. Just saying. Like, holy hell. I'm not sure what the best way of doing this is, but oh, wait, what? There's something over there. I'm glad I did that before I left, because that could be a ship, or it could be... It's a frigate. Not a great frigate, but still, I'll pull it apart. It could have been something really special. It was worth looking at. I'm going to make a sort of a weird zigzag here before going back. But yeah, so far, so good. This system has been fantastic of a find. I mean, I've actually gotten really lucky here. A lot of times, it's hard to find this many... Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, they're pursuing my fleet. I'm just going to save right now. We may or may not be able to handle them, but they're quite a big fleet considering this is a non-risky system. Also means we probably won't be able to get to this volcanic world. Now, let me just have a look here. We might be able to handle it. Or we might just die up front, actually. I could still escape. But this is a really good system. It's only a week. It doesn't have a battleship in it, so that means it's not too strong. But they've got a lot more ships than I do. I guess the worst I can do, I can save a copy, which gives me a backup. Although, granted, I should have done it before I even entered the system. We can try and fight them, and if it fails, we'll just saves come and get the hell out of here. If we're lucky, they won't even attack us. So we'll open the comm link. No, they're definitely attacking us. Okay. So we're going to deploy both of our ships. And I'm going to turn on autopilot, turn on speed, and then we're going to go and have a watch of this fight. It probably won't work out very well. Let's be quite honest here. I do have a good ship though, so... Oh wow, you really just jump straight in there, don't you? Holy hell, you do not give a shit about self-preservation, my friend. Alright, so, we're finally going to see what our missile carrier will do. Sort of. Alright, we're really having a hard time here at the moment. We're not really getting damaged too much yet, so that's a good thing. We have lost a little bit of hull. Second this ship is gone, I'll feel a lot better. So if that's going to happen, ideally, I don't want to lose. Okay, that's looking good. That means they're about to lose some damage. They're about to use some hull. When they get really red, that means they're about ready to pop. And we, as you can see, I mean, we're doing pretty well, despite the fact that everything's starting to get broken up. Alright, nice little railgun at the front there. Holy hell, this is a super ship, isn't it? Okay. I think we did pretty well. Okay, so we can stay here. Fantastic. We have earned the right to stay in this system, at least for a little bit longer. We don't know if we're going to find anything else, but hey, we also received an increased commission for destroying those ships, so that's good. When we've got a few more ships in our fleet, we'll actually start to be able to improve the amount we get paid every month, which is a fantastic thing. You also notice we do repair ourselves, so we don't need to go back after that. In fact, now I've got the ability to slowly repair my D-mods. At the moment I've only got a couple in my fleet, as you can see there and there, but we're still going pretty well. You know, I'm quite surprised by how well that went. I guess this really is a super ship. Okay, perform a survey. This will have ruins. Oh, it does. Oh, but it also has industrial ruins. This is what I think you've got to colonize to build up those battleships from those ships, but there's none further out. So either I get lucky or I come back here eventually. But it's not a good place for my first colony, but it's still an interesting place. Okay, another end frame oscillator? I won't say no. You give us metals in exchange for supplies. I mean, that sounds like a great idea for me, because I don't have any, I don't want metals, and you want supplies. That sounds fantastic. Okay. That was actually a very good deal for me. So that got rid of a bunch of the metals, which are clogging up my bay. Still got a bunch of these consumer goods, which might be thrown away, might be sold. I don't know. We can probably make more money just by staying out here, though, to be honest. A little bit further in. Oh, looks like there's... Oh, there's more remnants over there, but there's also something orbiting this gas giant. A phase freighter. Once again, a freighter, not very useful for us. And a kite-class shuttle. I mean, I gotta say, that's quite a nice little ship, but like, it's not. We don't really need any more freighters. Yeah, they're all very small. I might just save my game because I do notice there is definitely a fleet over there, and I don't know if we're going to be able to handle it or not. We have repaired now, so we're just working on on increasing our battle readiness. So we should be right. It's still not far. And 2 industrial ruins in one system. If they were more than scattered, that would be really good. And they've got a super heavy fusion beam, which I don't know what that is because it's from a mod, but it sounds good. Also, pause. Yeah, I don't like how many remnant are coming at me right now. If this fleet also turns around, I'm screwed. And there could be another one over there. I think I'm just going to leave. I've surveyed the whole system. Unfortunately, there's not very many good jump points nearby me, so I think it's time that I will fight this lot because it's only small. And if I kill these guys, then hopefully I won't have to worry about the other lot as much. So deploy. Once again, turn on autopilot, turn on speed, and we'll go and have a look at this ship this time. Okay. Oh, that ship is just... It does not care about its own self-interests. Interesting, this middle autocannon isn't really doing anything. I guess it doesn't have a great turning arc. Okay, now it's doing something. And it's blown them up already. Fantastic. I mean, having long ships like this is pretty much just like having battleships in space. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with battleships in space. And that shield arc is really nice too. I guess it kind of has to be with a ship that big. Now, I wasn't too concerned about this fleet. I'm more concerned about the fact there's so many fleets and that there's more behind him. So, yeah. Doesn't look like I actually got damaged at all from that fight though, so that might be a good sign. In fact, for the sake of my money, I might even want to try and take those others. How strong are they? They're not too strong looking. Okay, more importantly, what's over there? A mining station. Mining station isn't the most useful type, but I do like those sort of stations, so Yes, all I can really do is try and avoid them just for long enough to get my battle readiness up. So let's do a little bit of a run around. Once again, I should probably save because I can still escape at this point. I'm not concerned about whether I can escape at this point. What I'm concerned about is whether my battle readiness is going to go up high enough. Now, the moment you can see that in the bottom left-hand corner, I would show you, but I'm also like piloting my ship at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't trick them into the sun or anything like that. Like, getting in the sun will just damage me, which isn't a good thing for anyone. Well, except for the remnant. Okay, ooh, that's a sensory array. I thought it was something more useful. It's not. Okay, if I'm lucky, I might just be able to steal it from the mining station and then warp straight out of there. Okay, there is a couple of things here, but they're really weak, so I'll just send in... Gee, I might use... Yeah. I might just... There's this one ship, so I'm just going to send in my main fleet guy and go. Okay, so there's only one thing here. We could actually just escape at this point. We probably don't even need to take them down, which is good. Okay, a little bit of overkill there. Okay, we're running very low on stuff, so we won't be able to take much from here. Like, I unfortunately can't take most of that ore unless I throw away my metals. We can take some of that ore. I reckon we take even more of it if we threw away a bit of these consumer goods. I don't have the time to work out if the refined ore items are better than the consumer goods. But I'm going to guess they're probably not. Okay, so let's go. We'll have a look. Okay, there's more ore. But I just want to get out of here in one piece, so let's just drop all that. I don't even need them. Okay, it's fine. And we'll take this. And we'll continue. Now, just go into the intersystem jump gate. There's nothing else we want here, so let's just go. Now, unfortunately, we are full at this point. So, wait, that was a medium system. Ah! That explains a lot, actually. I was wondering why there wasn't a thing, but it was a thing, and oh boy. Well, that actually explains an awful lot, actually. So I've just been in the system that I wasn't planning on going into for a while, and I did alright. So, yeah. I'm going back to Archinen's domain. I think this is probably the best place I can go for rebuilding. So, I'm going to go to... Tartarus Autumn. 5. They're all pretty small. Obviously Nalizi. Yeah, let's just go Tartarus Animatic Collector because that sounds fascinating. Now, we can of course use our speed up, and as you see, we got more money because we had killed more of the Vix enemies. God, it really is easy with this. Whoa, what is... Like, that's... Oh... Okay, so that is actually... This is a mod system, so it's clearly something that only exists in this mod, but still, that is really cool. I definitely want to go look at Tartarus. See, like, I've played modded, but I haven't really been to many of the people's places, because I hadn't really been playing like that. Wow. The planet Tartarus, due to scientific attention of scientists, for two peculiarities. Firstly, its wide, eccentric, and extremely inclined orbit suggests it is a rogue planet captured by a main star, the mass of nearly 18 Jupiters combined. Okay, secondary, instability provoked by mass planet caused its main star to absorb stellar companion, triggering a luminous red nova. Okay, that's a really cool looking planet, just gonna say. That's just saying, that's a really cool planet. Now, we can sell a bunch of stuff here, which is good, and we can obviously stock back up on supplies. I'm going to keep the ore because I'm still working for it, but everything else can just be sold. I was going to keep that weapon, wasn't I? Yeah, I was going to sell these smaller ones. I don't actually know which ones are good and bad, but I figure the larger ones are more likely to be something I want to shove on my ships one day. Okay. Now that Vic one we might already own. We do. We don't own that one, we don't own that one, we haven't owned that one. Okay, and that one's not too bad. Okay, cool. And that's really kind of useless to me right now, so let's just sell it. I don't even know what you meant to do with the broken ones, to be honest. And we've even got some drugs for the black market, which I'm sure they'll appreciate. And we've got some AI cores to give off as well. Oh, they're offering massive amounts of bounty value. Fantastic. I'll have to come back if I find any gamma cores and beta cores. Alright. Yeah, I find that these things are annoying. Like, I don't see anything of value sometimes at those station ones. So, it's all good. I like being an explorer. I like being a freelancer. So, there's that. Okay. That is pretty cool, actually. Everything about this place is kind of cool. Like, I want to just check out more of it before I go. That's just kind of, yeah, a volatiles plant. Let's have a look at that. I mean, realistically, I'm not, like, starving for anything right now. In fact, I've earned more money in this game faster than I ever have before. And I guess that's because I'm doing it with a commission. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have done a commission because, yeah. Usually my games are a little bit more starvation worthy. Okay, I could buy those mod specs. I'm not going to. I'd rather just find everything rather than be given it. I say that, but I've done a bit. Oh, okay, that's a high beacon of hardened. I'm almost tempted to go for that one, but no. I still don't think it's really worth going into those systems if I can help it. But that was a mistake. It just ended up that it was quite good. Sometimes those systems can have actual places which build new ships, and that makes it a little bit difficult, to be honest. That is completely useless to me useless to me right now. This is much better. Remote survey, surveying equipment, and it gives me less supplies being used. So that has already halved my supplies. That is very nice. So that 2,000 going to last me a lot longer. It's clearly my pirates clearly know their stuff more. Now that being said, this has got a lot of mods on it, and I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. It might only be like 4 or 5 episodes. It might take a lot longer. I don't even know how often I'm going to upload them. Hell, at this point, I haven't even decided when or where or if I'm going to upload them. So I only just released the base Starscape mod, so video. So I kind of just want to show people why I'm really addicted to this game, because I did play it for a lot. Like I'm multiple weeks ahead on my video posting. Like I've had my holidays, so I've done quite a lot to sort of get ahead of myself. But I wasted literally a whole week playing this game. I say wasted, but there's something really satisfying about this. And I know it's basically probably comes down to like basically just finding loot boxes over and over again, because there's not enough like flavor mods in the game yet. There are a few, and I very much appreciate them. But I'd love to see a few more of those sort of things. Now, we are getting a lot of money at this point, so I'm thinking moving down here and trying to explore this section would be quite good. But what is that? What? I have never seen a star like that before. I don't see a star like that anywhere else in this map. I have never seen a star like that while playing the game before. I need to know what that is. I really need to know what a sigma distortion is. This could end up with our first death and our first I might end the episode if it is a death. Just be like, what the hell was that sort of deal? But woof, I am quite excited about that. Alright. I don't know what a sigma distortion is, but it said high, I think. You know what? I don't care. Okay. Whoa. Sigma distorted. It doesn't say anything about just yet. Okay, I don't even know if I can be in here. I don't know if I should be in here. It's clearly added by a mod. I assume it was added by a mod. I don't know if it was added by a mod. Okay, let's just do this system as normal. Worst case scenario, we run. Worst case scenario, we won. Now, one of the mods I added was this hyperwalk thing. You've probably seen me use it a couple of times. It means I can jump forward about 5 light years or so. It's not very good for systems, but it's good for space. However, the downside is enemies can use it too. So we need to be aware that enemies can jump in at any time. Just because we are safe right now does not mean that we will be. Ooh, there's an unidentified entity in the atmosphere. Oh. Brick breakers. And a lot of them. Ooh. I don't think we can handle this. In fact, I'm pretty sure we might have just found the brick breakers home system. I'm going to disengage for now and see if I can get at least something. Oh no. This is definitely the Brick Breakers home system. Okay, shit. We need out of here, and we need out of here fast. I'm going to come back there. This is an amazing looking system, but I need to get out of here, and I need to get out of here as quickly as I can. Like, Brick Breakers are not hard. But in this level of numbers, and with me only having 2 ships, that is not a good thing. They're catching up with me quite quickly. I need to get out of here. Come on. Oh god, no, please don't. Please don't. Out, there it goes. Keep going. Interference field. Nothing I can really do but just hope I can outrun them. So let's use another... Okay, that got me out of the range of it, which means I should be able to use the sustained burn. Now, I do know that they sometimes can actually follow you outside the system. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, just disengage. Okay, crap. I know I said I'm happy with what's it's facing if I need to, but like, no, I don't want to do that. Ah, yes, a high warden beacon. Okay, we need to get out of here and get out of here quickly. But this does look like a good pause point for the first video. We will come back there. One day we will return with a fleet mightier... Okay, we can't do anything around here right now. So, yeah, we will return there one day. But for now, let's just get the hell out of Dodge. Thank you for joining me. The next episode will start moments after this one, because I'm not stopping playing yet. I just think this is a good cut point. We've wasted a lot of money and time in doing that, but we're good, I think. Next episode, I need to find myself a home because I've already got $1 million. I think I can start building up a base at some point soon. So thank you for joining me. This has been Starsector, and I'll see you in a few moments.